Hi, so we have map coordinates this week. Here's what it looks like. Map coordinates, and if you look at this little maple leaf over here, it says Canada. Okay, so first let's go over the reading on this page. Okay, so week 6. Introducing the map. Share with students the concepts of a map grid and lines of latitude and lines of longitude from previous weeks. Share with students that the lines of latitude and longitude form a geographic grid. The grid helps to identify points on Earth and record their exact locations north or south of the equator and east or west of the prime meridian. Show students the map of Canada and talk about the lines of latitude first. So here's the map of Canada. The lines of, I forgot which ones we're talking about first. Lines of latitude. Okay, so lines of latitude. So each of these are lines, right? So going across and then going up and down, and then up here is where you can see the degree label of each line. Okay, and then down here you can see the degree label of each line. And over here, you can see the degree label of each line, okay? It helps students to notice that the latitude lines are labeled north. So any of them that have a degree N for north, that is a line of latitude. So like this one, 60 degrees north, 50 degrees north, 40 degrees north, 70 degrees north, 80 degrees north, that whole line, okay? That is because Canada is located north of the equator. Students should also notice that there are 10 degrees between each latitude line shown on the map and that they will need to estimate the number of degrees between each line shown. So from here to here is 10 more. From here to here is 10 more. Here to here is 10 more. Here to here is 10 more. So anything in between will be, so if this is 50 and this is 60 degrees north, so if you keep going north, if you keep going up, it'll go 51 degrees north, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and then 60 degrees north. Point out to students that the map shows the territories and provinces as well as the capitals of Canada. So the land on here, let me highlight it out so it looks a little bit better, is a little bit kind of hard to see because it doesn't have color, but if you look along the dotted lines, it tells you the different kinds of territories, and I'm just outlining the biggest parts for what Canada looks like here on my paper with my red marker, and then the dotted lines in between are the territories of the different parts of Canada, okay? So it kind of looks like this. So here's kind of like the outer parts, and then these dotted lines on here are the different parts or territories. So point out to students that the map shows the territories and provinces as well as the capitals of Canada. So now I'm going to circle the territories. So we have Yukon Territory, British Columbia, Alberta, Manitoba, Nunavut, Saskatchewan, Ontario, Quebec, Newfoundland, and I think that's it. Okay, so here are the territories, and then it also has the capitals of Canada. So the capital of each province or territory capital are the, oh, sorry, you can't see that, are the dark stars, the shaded in stars. So the national capital of the whole country is this symbol. Okay, so that's a capital of the territory, capital of the territory, capital, 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 capital of the territory, and then this one right here is the national capital of the entire country. So now have students locate the capital of the Yukon Territory. So you're going to have to look for Yukon Territory, which is here. So the capital of this territory would be the closest shaded in star, which is this one, White Horses. Explain to students that White Horse is between 60 degrees north and 70 degrees north latitude. However, it is closer to 60 degrees north. A good estimate for White Horse is about 61 degrees north latitude because it's not right on that 60 degrees north line. So here is White Horse. Oh, that's hard to see. So here's White Horse. It is in between 60 degrees north and 70 degrees north. So because it's not right on that line, I'm going to estimate it's about 60, 62 degrees north because it's above 60 degrees north but below 70 degrees north, the line of latitude. Next, talk about the lines of longitude. Find White Horse again. Tell students that White Horse is between 130 degrees west and 140 degrees west longitude. Help students estimate the distance to be about 135. So here's White Horse. So now the lines of longitude are these ones going down. So this is 140 degrees west. This line is 130 degrees west. Sorry, this one. So because it's right kind of in the middle between of those two lines, the midpoint would be 135 degrees west longitude. Students will notice that the meridians fan out from north to south. So have students use a ruler to help them. If you need a ruler, then you will need to find something that's kind of like a ruler, so kind of like your planner. Then talk about the address for White Horse, which is about 61 degrees north latitude, 135 degrees west longitude. Teach students how to use one pointer finger to find the latitude line and their own pointer finger to find the longitude line. Where their two fingers meet is the address or coordinates for White Horse, Yukon Territory. As a class, locate the coordinates for another place on the map to check for understanding before proceeding with this week's lesson. So now introducing vocabulary. Coordinates. The latitude and longitude address of a place on a map. Degrees. Units of latitude or longitude. Geographic grid. The intersecting pattern formed by the lines of latitude and longitude. Lines of latitude, parallels. There are imaginary lines on the earth that run parallel to the equator. Lines of longitude, meridians. Those are imaginary lines that run between the north and south poles. Okay, so now let's look at the map. It says down here on the map, it says, a grid map of Canada shows the provinces and territories of Canada. A geographic grid is the intersecting pattern formed by the lines of latitude and longitude. The coordinates are the latitude and longitude address of a place. So then on the legend, we have this symbol is the national capital of the country. This symbol is the province or territory capital. And then these dash dotted lines is the kind of like the border of the province or territory. Okay, so now let's look on to Monday number 1. What are the lines called that run around the earth in an east to west direction? So which lines? Lines of latitude or the lines of longitude, run in an east to west direction? Question number 2. What are the lines called that run from the north to the south? So, lines of latitude or lines of longitude run from north to south. Which one? Tuesday number 1. The map of Canada is shown on a geographic map. What does that mean? So why is Canada shown on a geographic map? So let's see, where does it talk about geographic map and Canada being? So I'm thinking about, would it be on page 27 or would it be on page 27 being the map, or would it be on the page of the reading? The map of Canada is shown on a geographic map. So what does that mean? So what does it mean? On a geographic grid. So what does geographic grid mean? So if I'm thinking, maybe that's a vocabulary word. Tuesday number 2. Which territories are between the same lines of latitude as Alaska? So I think first you should look for Alaska. Find the lines of latitude. So remember, the lines of latitude include the label north. So N for north. So I'm going to find Alaska. Find Alaska. Find the lines of latitude which are labeled N for north. So that one and that one. So which territories are in between these same spots right here? And you have to list all of them on Tuesday number 2. Wednesday number 1. How many provinces are completely or partially included between 50 degrees north and 60 degrees north latitude? So you need to find that spot. So it's going to go this way across because they're the north, right? So find 50 degrees north, 50 degrees north, or 60 degrees north. And then all of the provinces that you see in that section, you're going to list on Wednesday number 1. Wednesday number 2. Which territories are completely or partially included between 90 degrees west and 110 degrees west longitude? So find those two sections. 90 degrees west, 110 degrees west longitude. So what are all of the territories that are in that section going this way? And then they list all of those on Wednesday number 2. Thursday number 1. Which 4 capitals are located between 60 degrees west and 70 degrees west longitude? So 60 degrees west, find that line of longitude. 70 degrees west, find that line of longitude, and list 4 capitals. So remember, what's the symbol of a capital that are on that section right there? And then list those for Thursday number 1. Thursday number 2. Which capital has the coordinates of 50 degrees north latitude, 98 degrees west longitude? So you're going to have to estimate where 98 degrees west would be. So find 50 degrees north on the map. So on here, where is 50 degrees north? And then you're going to have to look for where is about 98 degrees west, where these two sections will be, where this address will be found, and which capital, so which dark shaded star is on that area. And then put that name down for Thursday number 2. Friday number 1. Estimate the coordinates of Victoria, British Columbia. So find Victoria, British Columbia. So Victoria is sorry, I'm trying to find it. So Victoria is the capital, the province or territory capital. British Columbia is the territory. So it might be helpful to first find British Columbia on the map and then find the dark star that's closest to that area that says Victoria. And you need to write down the estimated coordinates. So what is the north and what is the west degrees that it is about on. Then Friday number 2, estimate the coordinates of St. John's, Newfoundland. So you need to find the capital, St. John's, which is in the territory, Newfoundland. So look on the map, look for Newfoundland as the territory. Then look for the dark shaded star labeled St. John's. So that star is about where, on which degrees north, and which degrees west, okay? And then write those down for Friday number 2. And that is all of your work for this week. Good job.